Taking you live to Melbourne, we've got the Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews making an energy announcement. It's essentially about, well, going back to the future, looking at getting energy back in the hands of the government rather than privatisation. Let's have a listen in.
Power to the grid by 2028. That's 20% of our total power output and enough to power 1.5 million homes. So we have a very rich resource. This policy document today, together with the fact that we are also creating offshore wind energy Victoria, one-stop shop, single point of entry to streamline decision-making and, again, to send that really clear message to industry and those in the renewable energy sector that not only are we open, but we want to get these projects built. We want to get these projects built fast. Of course, build them well, but build them with that real sense of urgency. Too much time has been wasted, particularly at a national level, in terms of making this transition and keeping the lights on. That's what's most important. I'm also very pleased to be able to say that if we are re-elected, we're going to have a regulatory review to keep workers safe and to make sure that our safety framework and our regulatory framework keeps pace with technology. There's so much rapid change in this renewable energy sector that using rules and regs and processes and protocols that in some instances are quite old, it's not safe, it's not right. We want the highest of standards and we want the safest possible outcomes for those who work in our electrical trades and particularly in our renewable energy trades. So that's a really important commitment for us to make. And because we need the workforce of the future, we have added a number of courses to the free TAFE list. We have invested in many different ways, and Jala can speak to Jobs Victoria and the work that Jobs Victoria has done right here, giving people who've had a history of unemployment or other challenges an opportunity to get the jobs that they want, but first of all, the skills they need for the jobs they want. We've invested very strongly in this, but there's another big step to be taken, and that's why if we're re-elected, we will establish the Wind Worker Training Centre with a $6 million initial grant. This is all about making sure that we've got the best staff with the best skills to help us keep the lights on, to lower power bills, to lower emissions, and those 60,000 jobs, that's what a proper transition looks like. These assets should never have been sold. That was a mistake. We now have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to replace dirty coal that's privately owned for profit with clean, renewable energy that is owned by every taxpayer, that is about people, not profit, because every dollar that's made out of that new SEC will be reinvested in training and skills, in more power. And we all know, if I can finish on this point, we all know that when things are in short supply, they always cost more. When things are abundant, the price comes down. So that's why there's not a moment to waste. That's why we've laid down a very clear plan to build on our already strong record. We've tripled the percentage of renewable energy in our state and created more new renewable energy jobs than any other state. But we have to do more because these old, tired, unreliable, for-profit coal-fired power stations are leaving. One has already confirmed that by 2035, and we need to get cracking to make sure that we can keep the lights on, create all those jobs and put downward pressure on people's household bills. That's what we will do. Only Labor has a plan to deliver that agenda, and only Labor can be trusted. The Liberal Party sold it. They now, it would seem, would stand in the way of us taking it back and building it new. There's a very clear choice for Victorians to make, and this is a really important part of it.